Okay, guys, it's Stephanie Grams. I'm on YouTube as Sewing Memories, and I am an online sewing business coach at Sewpreneur. I will link that in the comments, and I will put it on the screen. I am working on this commissioned baby clothes quilt, and it's huge. I will have the actual dimensions once it's completed, and I am sewing on the second layer of clothing. Now, I showed you how to do the first layer. I've shown you how to design this yourself, and now I'm adding a second layer to fill in some spots where the quilt squares went together. And then I'll show you the finished product. But anyways, if you follow along, you've seen step by step. Now, all I have, this is what I own right here, just a basic sewing machine. I don't use half of these stitches, but this was the machine that they had left on the shelf during the pandemic, so I purchased it. I've been sewing for over 40 years, and this is the first clothing quilt like this that I've made. I've made the kind where you cut it into squares and things like that, but don't worry, I'm going to show you that as well. But whenever you only have, like, if you can see the throat space of this sewing machine, it's very stubby, it's short, there's hardly any space whatsoever to use. And so rolling up your quilt, you only have so much room, like 2 hands worth, right? And that's not much. So you can get a pool noodle. This is what I have here. I have a pool noodle, and I laid it on the floor, and I rolled this tight to get all the wrinkles out that I could. And now I have it stretched on my couch, on my sofa, because right now we're in a little bitty tiny apartment / condo living right now. But, you know, Lord willing, we will have a larger place to live in 2024. But I'm thankful for this. But anyways, I digress. You can listen, I don't care where you are sewing. If this is your vocation, this is the career you want, you can make any space work. After I'm done sewing, I have to clean this all up at the end of the day and put it away. And then each morning I have to pull it all back out just to get the work done. And you know what? I'm willing to do that. So enough of the lecture, right? So go ahead and put your second layer on and just work the edges the best you can. Go around. On the sleepers, like I was showing you before, I would go down the middle seam and then work my way out. That keeps it, your sleepers from bulking up and bunching up in the middle. The little socks, the little hats. I left this part like 3D movable. Some of them you can move. It's fun. It's cute. You need to just do whatever you and your customer decide to do. But anyways, ouch. And be careful about the pins. They are very sharp, some of these. But anyways, you just sew around. This is just a little onesie. So I'm just going to sew up here and straight down the side. And then I'm going to carefully maneuver my quilt to fit into this little throat and work it around. Now, if I can film with one hand and show you, I would. But I can only film a little bit at a time, so let's see what we can do. Okay, so I went ahead and did one stitch here, and that holds it in place. And I need to adjust this as I go. That way we can keep this little outfit flat. And yes, it does overlap a little bit onto the other outfit that's already sewn, but that's okay. It's not covering up any decorations or anything important. And my customer likes this messy collage scattered look. And there are so many different designs on how you can lay out clothes where they're all in one direction, orderly. Use your imagination. If you're going to order one, know what you like, send pictures to the designer for inspiration and ideas. Or if you are the designer, find some pictures and ask your customer what they like. What I prefer to do is make a prototype and then use my own pictures and my own designs for future customer orders. That's what I recommend to you. That's what I recommend also to my students, to make your prototypes and use your portfolio pictures and only show your own work That way the customer has a true idea of your quality of work and your abilities. All right, guys, talk to you soon.